How you doing, everybody? People have been asking me about my camera mount, so I decided to do a video on the camera mount and something that happened the other day. I'm going to put them together. I have video of what happened the other day because of the camera mount. There you go. All it is a monopod attached with bungee cord. Now I took most of the bungee cords off. There's just one holding it here, but I have all these cords and this big orange one down here that I wrap around there and get it on there real good and tight. And it's nothing more than a monopod. These strikes are pretty bumpy, and see if I can get some, yeah, it's the wrong time of day for the sun. These strikes are pretty bumpy. Matter of fact, I cannot mount it on because the only place I can put it is on here, and it shakes too much. I already tried it and had it on a good and solid drive, and it was terrible. I do testing on some of this stuff, and I'm limited on what I can get away with because I don't have a gimbal. At any rate, the camera mount was working fine, but when I went to put the camera back on, I bumped the top with my hand and sliced it wide open. Now it's on a 360 video. I'm going to try to attach that video to this video. I don't know if the phone will let me do that, or my editing software will let me do that, but I'll try. It's a very short video. It's like 1.5 minutes, and I shut it off and I had to pull the tarp off because I ripped the front, and I had to drive 35 miles from Bais City back down to Bakong, and the wind would have just ripped it to shreds. And it's not much, there's not much life left in it anyway, but I figured I could stretch it if I could pull it off and figure out, tape it up or turn it around backwards so the hole's at the back. I don't know if I can get away with that. The biggest problem I have with these camera mounts is the fact that these strikes ride so stiff. The blue one, I pulled 3 springs out the back, and I modified the front end as well with taking off the coilovers, and it rides a lot better. It actually, I think, rides a little better than the red one now. And the only thing I can go further is put car tires on it, which are softer. When I first got the red one, it had very soft tires on it. I didn't like it. It was very oof when you would turn. And now with it's basically got the exact same tires that are on the blue one. Matter of fact, 2 of the rear tires are from the blue one. When I bought it, it comes with 4 tires, all the same. The treaded tires are the off-road treaded tires. I bought 2 steering tires, and I put 2 on the red trike and 2 on the left to 2 on the blue trike. And added the steering tire in the front. You can see from here. I don't know, showing up well in the video. And I gotta admit, I did have quite a bit of problem finding the size tire. It's a 4.512. Most everybody goes to a 5.012, which is substantially taller and gears up the bike quite a bit. The red one had smaller tires on it, and just switching to these tires made it a lot better. It was screaming at 5th gear. It was like acting like this one is. It was only going as fast as the blue one in 3rd. But switching the tires, they were pretty much the same until I geared up the blue one. The mount is nothing more than a monopod. I use a GoPro Max 360 camera, which on the trip up to Bais, I made the mistake of mounting the monopod first and then screwing the camera on, and it ended up with the microphone kind of pointed forward, and it picked up a lot of wind noise. I cannot review the videos through the camera. I have to wait till I'm near Wi-Fi connection to look at it on the phone. So I wasn't aware of it until I got back and was listening. So sorry about the audio. You don't really hear much anyway, other than the wind noise and the cars and stuff going by. You will see in one of the videos a police car that actually almost runs into me. He passes me and then swoops in front of me so tight because he just decided to do so. He's got his lights on, but he didn't hit a siren or nothing from behind. They run around with their lights on all the damn time, and you really got to watch the living crap out of your mirrors because things just come out of nowhere all the time here. But he comes up along the left side of me and then swoops in a bit on the early side, which is common here. If you get used to it, then they'll ride your ass like a son of a bitch. You might as well have a tow strap 1 foot long in some cases, no matter how fast you're going, which has always been a pet peeve to me in America. I don't like tailgaters. Of all the things you can do, it really doesn't need to do that. But here, in a sense, you have to, because if you leave in the tiniest little gap, then every bike that gets by you just dives into it, and you lose your gap anyway. At any rate, that's about it. I'm going to just try and attach that 360 video of me ripping the tarp. But the next videos from Bais home, we're running like this with no. Helen was not happy. She's like, "Oh, rain! Oh my God, it's gonna rain!" It didn't rain. And I got to figure out something to put a cover on there again. I'm planning to redo the entire body on that thing, where I put a car seat on the driver's seat and 2 car seats behind it, sitting down right down on the frame, and then possibly 2 more facing backward, or my 12-volt refrigerator, which I had shipped from the U.S. So we could have bought stuff in Bais when we were there, cold fish. It actually would have been colder than when we bought it. When I got back, I can actually set the thing to 0 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, -15 or something like that, and keep stuff frozen. I could drive all the way to, I could go to Manila and go 3-4 days, and the stuff would still be frozen. As long as the battery only pulls 3 amps off a battery, and I plan to add a battery for when the bike's turned off. But I've left it sitting in the desert in Arizona for 4 or 5 hours on a battery pack, and it was fine when I got back, with all my milk and all that kind of good shit in it, and my eggs and everything, when I was traveling across the U.S. That's a KOA in Kingston, is where I was at, Kingston, Arizona. And I ran over to the Grand Canyon and back, which was, I parked myself in the wrong place for going to the Grand Canyon, but oh well, that was that day. Good day with Timmy. Missed that little guy. Anyway, that's it, folks. I don't know what else to say, but hopefully the phone will let me combine the 2 videos. Have a good one.